our list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Horned Frogs ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolverines offense will get the football first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense will now get its first chance with the football. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Craig. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. They'll field this one in tight quarters. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pressure coming. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Craig. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Marshall. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Rides to back and leaves it. Might have a chance. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw on that play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's James. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The lone back's got it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Picks up the 1st down. Oh, a lot of space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Finding some room. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. They worked it down to the 4. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Fitted in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Play fake, Underwood. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood. Fires it incomplete. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be. You want them to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Craig. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he could not get loose on the run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
He's loose. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 quarters, I think, safe to say. And for this offense, they were sleepwalking a little bit early in the first quarter, but they've come alive now in the second quarter. They've made some plays. You can see them playing with a totally different confidence, a totally different sense of urgency, and they feel right now, David, like they're unstoppable.
And the game just completely flipped, wasn't it? Like, it was kind of crazy. It felt like this was going to be a blowout, and then all of a sudden you rattle off a couple touchdowns. We got a great game kind of back and forth. Now, which team can keep the momentum, can get their offense and defense playing right at the same time?
He's going for the big play. Makes the grab deep. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Running inside. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive points.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Throwing, Underwood. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Craig. He'll pull it down and run. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? A little screen to the running back. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Snagged out of the air. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. He put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Maybe a crease. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the 2nd half. Get this run game established.
To throw, it's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Payne. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to scramble. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That one will give them the lead. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Underwood. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll move the wide receiver. Fighting off the defender. Snags it, and there's running room. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Still running at the 40. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, TCU. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Great job by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside. It's Payne. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but it still counts as a sack.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Craig. Looking to the big tight end. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it at the 30. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marshall. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. The run inside. It's Marshall. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense
throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's going to take off. Turning it on. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got two of those on that one. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking to throw, it's Craig. He's got it on the run. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. trying to surge it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He'll try it again. Plows through the defense. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Timeout taken by the Horned Frogs. That's their final one. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Punt is in the air. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Craig. Firing to the right, complete. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Under fire. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Snap in the shotgun. Bring in the heat. Makes the grab. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game...
He caught it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gets rid of it. Got his man. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Got out of trouble and throws. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Again, it's Underwood. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the 4th quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. With yet another